Welcome to The Link this week. If you are wondering, the link to what? The link to information that helps you make business decisions, change them, or even venture into areas. Like tonight we're going to be discussing how you can venture into the clean energy area, clean cooking, so to speak, as a business opportunity of the future. And tonight my guest is Alfred Kusima, who is the National Coordinator for Uganda National Alliance on Clean Cooking. If you think, do I have business opportunities in this space? Please listen carefully. Alfred, let's start. What opportunities for investment exist in this clean energy space that someone, probably small, can venture into?
Thank you very much, Samuel. Want to start with, we talk about clean, what do we mean exactly? We're talking about clean cooking referring to cooking that is going to save the environment because you're using less fuel than the traditional. You're talking about cooking that's going to save the health because there are no emissions or probably indoor air pollution for the users. And of course you're talking about cooking that's going to put income or monies into pockets of Ugandans. In that case, that's where we perceive the word clean. But of course, eventually, you're looking at cooking that's going to tackle, have an impact, positive impact on climate change, which is a core issue to deal with. Talking about the opportunities, you realize that this is an entire value chain. Start with supplying or ensuring that production of raw material is present to produce these technologies. That's a very good opportunity. Talk about production itself of these technologies, or probably importing them for those who are importing. Talk about those who are marketing these products, ensuring that the last mile distribution is actually achieved to the communities. Talk about those who are branding, because it is very key that definitely these brands need to come out. People need to know about them, create awareness about them. Talk about people in the transport sector, because they are transporting these technologies. Talk about people who are supporting these businesses to register, to understand how business works, business involvement services ideally.
So at the front end, if I'm talking about raw materials, for instance, what are we talking about?
Raw materials, you're talking about steel, for example. You're talking about some agricultural residues that are used, for example, to do briquettes, for example. To mention.
Like clay and stuff like that.
That's it.
So we're talking about things like charcoal stoves and things in that area.
Improved charcoal stoves. Yes, the word is improved.
Stoves, actually. They don't have to be charcoal. Uptake is understood to be still low in terms of people don't want to change from their non-improved to the improved.
I hear you.
How does one actually break through? Say I'm listening to you and I take a decision, join this area. How can I break through?
One, I can tell you that the future belongs to the prepared and those who are united, to be precise. One, preparedness, I'm talking about start being formal, because many actually of the people that we're working with, many of them are transiting from informal to formal, which is a good thing, because then you will have to formalize in all operations, register, have a business name, have an address, let people know about your business precisely, start doing things in terms of better record keeping and all that. That's part of the preparedness. But the other bit is working in collectives, working together.
Groups.
Because you're working groups. Because that also brings along issues of benefiting from economies of scale. We have seen this with, we're trying to sign up with roofings. Actually, we've already signed up a working relationship with roofings. But what this means that if producers are going to be together, if I'm going to approach roofings, who is a supplier of materials, then they're looking at how best they can benefit from that discount because they're coming in together. The same thing with if I'm going to agitate for probably a tax or whatever the case would be.
Government.
Collectively, that voice of working together and being a team, it's a good thing. And of course, the other thing I would say that will help someone penetrate is understanding the sector. It is one sector in Uganda that I think many don't seem to understand, including the political leaders. Actually, would have relied so much on them, but sometimes they don't seem to understand it, because these are persons that we think would be very knowledgeable about this, because they're always with the communities. But of course, it's good that we're engaging the churches, the churches now, because of the numbers behind them. We're engaging government. We're working very closely with Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, our Line Ministry, Office of the President. We just signed up with the Minister of Water under the Forest Sector Support Department. Development partners like WWF, GIZ, Global Alliance, and Clean Cooking. It's a global thing now.
It's a drive.
Absolutely. So in doing this, you're also leveraging on various incentives. So this way prepares you to get in there, get the opportunity, but as well as get it sustainably and stay in the sector, not starting and falling out. Because interestingly, Uganda is one of the entrepreneurial countries, but those that make it to, let's say, to the 3rd birthday or 5th birthday, there are very few. So,
Alfred, you mentioned about incentives. What are some of those? People need to know, because this is a magnet.
Apparently, we are aware that, of course, among the other people who are using technology, there are those who are importing like machinery. I think government has put a little bit of incentive on that, especially for the clean technology guys. But of course, we are saying this is not enough. This is not enough. We still need to do a lot. We need to do a lot. They will tell you, find there are these monies, probably there are these funds, challenge funds and all that. But sometimes it becomes a little bit tricky to access them. So.
And I know you're going to do a training soon. Somebody says, okay, this is a lot of information in a short time, and we have a few minutes even left. Training, you have a training coming up. What are you going to train me about if I come, and who is behind us?
One, for starters, I need to let you know that of the biggest challenges we have is unformalized businesses. For the same reason, we signed up an MOU with Enterprise Uganda, which is one of Uganda's leading companies in business development services. Well, I'm not campaigning for them either, but we believe that, you know, interesting. We believe that it's a good start. One, business management training. This thing comes along. We're looking at a step-by-step kind of engagement and support and empowerment. Because the challenge we've been having with all these trainings around Uganda is that one gets the training one-off. The next time you hear about it is end of the year. And for God's sake, you just train this guy for 2 days and he's out. So we're looking at, first of all, a technical need assessment. What is it that these guys are really doing? Understanding the businesses. Then what is it that they need support on? How do you build them? How do you coach them? How do you mentor them? How do you follow up on them? How do you check on them again and how far they're progressing? Eventually, we can be very sure that we started with this number, they are this level, and these are transiting to this level. And probably you start looking at people who are producing in bigger numbers. So that much as we're promoting the Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, you're talking about increased production and productivity. You don't want to have a shortage of technologies when they say supply 10,000, supply this quantity, millions of these technologies.
Because the demand
and
will
you don't
go
have
up.
it. Yeah, sure. So we believe that this training is coming in timely. People need to understand issues of financial literacy. People need to understand how to put their books right. People need to understand that the books need audited books or accounts in terms of preparedness. So that when you knock on a door of the bank, when they say, could you please give us a little bit of glimpse on your business proposal, how you're running business, what your business is about, how you look at making the profit and all that, the members understand.
So if I am just, in 10 seconds, if I am just an entrant, will I also benefit?
Absolutely, why not? You would. You would.
Because you would show me the ecosystem, how things work and all that.
Absolutely.
When is the training and where?
The training is at Uma Conference Hall. And it is on 28th, which is, I think, a Thursday.
Which is tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. Just tomorrow next. But I felt, I mean, I can't go off air without mentioning that there are challenges we're facing.
In 5 seconds.
One, I can tell you that the cost of financing is very high. My members of the Alliance, the Uganda National Alliance on Clean Cooking, are really having issues with cost of finance.
And that's why they need to come to the training. I've told my time is up, Alfred.
It's okay.
We don't want to go and beat down the challenges, but those who have challenges, please go to the training. If you want to enter into this clean cooking area. As I said, it is a business area for the future. And here on the link, We show you what the future will be, opportunities will be, and what you need to do. That was The Link. Thank you very much for joining us.